Go.
All right, so how many of you have read Curious George books or looked at Curious George books? So you know who Curious George is? Who is he? He's a person? He's a monkey, that's right. So we will start our show by saying, Curious George is a little monkey. And all monkeys are curious. But no monkey is as curious as George. That is why his name is Curious George. One day, the man with the yellow hat went to work and told Curious George to play with his new ball. Yes, it was a lot of fun for George to play with his big new ball. The ball went up and George went up. The ball went down and George went down. Yes, George could do a lot of tricks with his ball too. He could get up on the ball like this, or do it this way on one hand. This was another trick George could do. He could hold the ball on his head like this. Look, no hands. What a good trick. Let's clap for George. Give him a clap, yeah. Oh, yes. But where did the ball go? George ran after it. George decided to let the ball go and look out the window. George could see Bill on his bike and the lake with a boat on it. George could see a big house in a little garden and a little house in a big garden. The big house was the house where Bill lived. But who lived in the little house? George was curious. Who could live in a house that was so little? George had to find out, so he went outside. Now, George could take a good look at the little house. And what did he see? Do y'all see what's in the house? Bunnies? That's right, bunnies. One big bunny and 3 little bunnies. George looked and looked and looked. Bunnies were something new to him. How funny they were. The big bunny was Mother Bunny. She was almost as big as George. But the little bunnies were so little that George could hold one in his hands. And that is what he wanted to do. How could he get a bunny out of the house? A house must have a door to get in and out of. Oh, there it was. George found the door. Oh, what fun it was to pet a baby bunny. Now, George and the baby bunny could play a game. They could play Get the Bunny. George would let the bunny hop away, and then he would run after it and get it back. Where was the bunny? Where had it gone? George looked for it here, and he looked for it there. He could not find it. The bunny was gone, and all the fun was gone too. Maybe George had been a bad little monkey. Why was he so curious? Why did he let the bunny go? Now he could not put it back into the bunny house where it could be with Mother Bunny. George had to find some string. Maybe there was some in the garden? Yes, there was a string, and a good one too. George took the string and went back to the bunny house. He let Mother Bunny out of the house and put the string on her. And then Mother Bunny knew what to do. All George had to do was to hold the string and follow her. And then Mother Bunny saw something, and George saw it too. Something white that looked like a tail, like the tail of the baby bunny. And that is what it was. Yes. And then they all ran back to the bunny house. Then Mother Bunny and all the little ones lay down to sleep. It was good to see the baby bunny back where it should be. And now, Curious George should go back to where he should be, his own house. Let's all say goodbye to Curious George. Bye-bye, Curious George. Bye-bye. And that's the end of our Curious George puppet show. To find out what happens next, read the book, Curious George Flies a Kite. Thank you. Thank you for watching our show.